This is Jason Hatfield, and you're listening to Sean and Chris on the Geeks Talk Back podcast.
By the power of Grayskull,
we're sending you back to the future.
go! Okay, man, let's turn and burn.
Force is strong with this one.
The plaque for the alternate is down in the ladies' room.
Do not adjust your device. This message brought to you by the United Podcast Alliance.
Hi, I'm Patrick Barman, host of the Imperial Podcasting Feed. Be sure to check us out on iTunes, Podomatic, and YouTube, and follow us at Imperial Pod on Twitter and Facebook.
Hi, this is Jason Hatfield, telling you to listen to the Nerds with Attitudes podcast. Listen to the Nerds on iTunes or at nwak.podbean.com and put some attitude in your life, nerd style.
We now return you to the Geeks Talk Back podcast.
And welcome to part 2 of Break Me Off a Piece of That Apocalypse. If you're just joining us, please go back and check out part 1. Otherwise, you'll have no idea what we're talking about. And if that's the case, now you know what we go through every day. And we now join our discussion already in progress.
So we got food, we got water, we got shelter, we've got power, got entertainment.
I would probably want to hit a library.
Hit a library?
Hit a library. I mean, you would want, beyond the entertainment value, get things like nursing books, woodworking books, engineering books, stuff like that.
Medical books?
Medical books. It's nursing thing, yeah. Medical books, you can find survival.
I don't know why I was thinking when he said nursing just now. I was thinking of probably like breastfeeding. I think I was thinking.
Wow.
No, I don't know, but the whole medical part, it just went right over my head. I'm like, nursing. Yeah. Like, okay, nursing, sure.
Medical books, woodworking, engineering, electrical books, stuff like that. I mean, because I think I have a wide range of knowledge of a lot of things, but I'm not specialized in any one thing.
Right.
I mean, I could build a chair that's going to be ugly as shit, but it'll work. I have a basic understanding of electronics and how things work. And, nursing and medical is probably where I'm the weakest. But it would be good to have that knowledge base. Like, oh, somebody's got an infection. What do we need to do beyond just, give them antibiotics? Because you can't necessarily get antibiotics. So. Yeah,
and also possibly books on home remedies.
Home remedies, yeah. Naturalistic stuff, animal books, plant books to see, hey, what the hell's in this forest that we can eat?
Yeah, eat this, don't eat that.
Yeah, eat this, don't eat that. Hey, this spider's gonna bite you and it's gonna hurt, but it ain't gonna kill you. There's very few animals other than, say black widows, the brown recluse, and rattlesnakes that are poisonous enough that would kill you gone untreated.
Right.
So thank God we don't live in like the Amazon or something like that, but
where everything kills you?
Where everything kills you, or Australia. So.
Yeah, I think step 1, if we're in Australia, is get the fuck out of Australia.
We're getting the fuck out of Australia. We're fucked. Because, right now, if we have to know something, what do? Pick up the phone and GTS. You Google that shit.
Right.
But assuming you don't have the power.
Correct.
Assuming the internet doesn't exist.
Right.
You can't go wrong with books. Encyclopedias, it's entertainment, it's educational.
Encyclopedias?
Yeah. You can't go wrong with the knowledge that's contained within them.
Mm-hmm.
So, plus it gives, you can still continue an education on kids and,
Yeah, well, that's the whole thing, too. We typically talk about survival. You talk about just not dying.
No.
So, at some point, once you've established...
okay, we survived this. Now, okay. How do we thrive?
Yeah, so now we have shelter.
Yes.
We have food. We have water. Basically, we're not going to die.
What do we do?
So we put a pin in that one. We're not dead. Now, you need to, instead of just going day to day and not dying, you need to, reestablish some sense of
normal.
Not even normalcy, but life. life, or carrying on life, or actually, like I said, thriving.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you need to get beyond just not dying to actually living in day to day.
Another good book to get would be something on farming, depending on where in the mountains. I mean, there's some clearings and whatnot. And again, it really depends on if we're talking about me and my family are the only people left on Earth versus, okay, it's basically, civil war, civil unrest type situation where basically my sole purpose of surviving is to not get killed by somebody who wants my shit.
Everyone's in the same boat you are. I don't think everyone's going to be after what you have.
Not everybody, but the problem is you take a sane person and stretch them to the edge of their survival, and they'll do crazy shit, especially if they have family.
Yeah, but we're still social creatures.
For the most part, yes.
So if I can join forces with you and then we can both survive, I think for the most part, most people are going to take that route.
Yeah, it's the Walking Dead thing, and that's again, there's the Z word in there, but
don't say it.
I said the Z word.
Yeah, which we told.
I know I fucked it up
from the beginning, not to say it. And that was the first thing you said.
But you have the fear, I haven't watched Fear the Walking Dead, but the Walking Dead, the original, where they were social, they wanted to be with other people, but they were also more nomadic.
I mean, they tried the prison thing.
Yeah,
where they stayed in the prison, but it didn't work. But I say for the most part, most people are going to want to survive.
Yeah,
goal one is survival.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just your basic instinct is to survive. But I mean, if you get past the whole, okay, I want to take your stuff so I can survive, or we can join forces and we can survive together, I think most people are going to take that route.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you're going to have the Mad Max Marauders, what have you, but for the most part, you're going to be able to possibly, at least on a small scale, rebuild society.
Yeah. Or your own little version of it.
Right. Basically, whatever you need as a social group to not only survive, but also to thrive.
Yep.
So, I mean, at what point do you establish law or rules?
See, that's a tough one because it depends on the hierarchy of the people that you're with.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, I know in my social circle the people that I would want with me and where we all fall on that level. However, you have your family, I have my family, so it's kind of that balance between, you're the king of your castle, I'm the king of my castle, and now we've put all these castles together.
Right.
So I don't think, again, in Fear the Walking Dead thing is there was two alpha males and they ended up shooting, or he shot him. I forget their names. It's been a while since I watched it.
Rick and Jane.
But I think with us, because we've worked together forever, because we have this respect and this understanding, it would be okay if you and I were both alpha males in that same situation.
Yeah, but I don't necessarily think it has to be a situation of, okay, I'm in charge over you.
No, it's not.
No, I think, as much as it pains me to say that a socialistic environment would probably be the best. I mean, everyone works for the greater good of everybody else.
And it would.
It'd be democratic to a point to where,
hey, what do you think? Hey,
okay. Well, no. Actually have set, okay, like, the first, the top 5 rules, whatever. Mm-hmm. We're not going to kill each other. We're not going to steal from each other. And basically, all those sort of things. Follow those 10, everything's fine. Mm-hmm. Which I think most people on a moral, ethical, whatever level would agree with.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not going to kill. We're not going to steal. We're not going to covet the neighbor's wife, all that stuff. But I think the problem would arise when you have consequences for violations of those.
Yeah.
So I think it'd be easy to have everyone agree to the rules, but having everybody agree to, and also at the point where, excuse me, when it actually is violated,
who's going to carry it out?
Yeah. And it's Dave though. Dave's the one that did it. Actually be able to look past that, actually have a black and white following, or not following, but a cause and effect. He did this, now he's going to pay for it.
Yeah. It falls back to, not to get too political, or not even political, but I don't even know what the right word is, but people, when it comes to the death penalty, you have a lot of people that are like, oh yeah, I believe in the death penalty for certain crimes, but at the same time wouldn't be able to pull the trigger or wouldn't be able to flip the switch.
Right. Or you have, this is the rule, the penalty for it is going to be this. You have half siding on solution A and half siding on solution B. Mm-hmm. So you won't have a clear and, or not anonymous, but...
unanimous.
Thank you. Unanimous. I don't know why I was thinking anonymous. Unanimous agreeance to this is how it's going to be
handled.
Right.
And that's the problem too, is like I said, if, let's say it was just your family and my family, and I violated one of the rules, and now all of a sudden I'm supposed to, let's say, regardless of what the rule is, I was excommunicated and kicked out of the camp.
Right.
The problem with that is, depending on, I don't see any situation where my family wouldn't come with me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So it'll be me and Tammy and my kids versus you and your wife and your 3 kids.
Yeah. And now it's like, okay.
No, you got to stay with me for Chris is gone.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, again, it depends on the size of the group, I think.
And again, I think if it came down to just my family and your family, there'd be no problems.
No. And again, I think it depended on the dynamic of the group as far as who was involved. If it was like, your family, my family, and then we picked up a random family.
Yeah, the third family will be the X factor. That will be where it'd be harder for us to be objective, I guess, because if the third family thinks that they're being unfairly treated by your family,
you're going to side.
Well, I'm going to side with you just by default.
Yeah,
but then be able to get past all that.
Yeah, that social dynamic would be really tough, especially like I said, it depending on if it was just a random family that we picked up, and then then it becomes a matter of, okay, they have if they have a family that's with them already, so now it's 2v2,
right? And then
the dynamic changes. So
and then you and I are the first 2 families, and then the third family comes along, then the fourth. Then the 5th, I mean, it's always going to be me and you and everybody else.
Exactly. So
now all of a sudden you have 10 families against us. Now we're being overrun because they're uniting together to run us out of town.
Yeah, the social dynamic would be something that you'd have to examine carefully.
Yeah, and it would be a very delicate balance.
It would be a very delicate balance because I think the whole dictatorship and that type of situation doesn't work.
No.
I think ultimately, especially when you're talking about somebody, again, talking about the king of a family or the alpha, because that's very male chauvinistic, and I'm not trying to be that way. But whoever the alpha is in a specific family,
your wife's in charge.
We all know this. But when it came to a survival situation, she'd be like, "Yeah, whatever you want to do, babe.
Honey, fix this.
Honey, fix this. Make this better." So I'm the alpha in my family. You're the alpha in your family. There's somebody who's an alpha in the other families, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
And then you have, ultimately my job is to make sure that my family is okay. Like,
right.
And if it came to my family's well-being, whether it's safety, whether it's food, whatever, over somebody else's random family, that's not going to go well for me.
No, it won't. Now,
so
let me pop this out there, just because.
Pop it out there. Just lay your thing down.
I'll put my thing down. And talk about each family has their own alpha.
Mm-hmm.
So just call them alphas. If each family's alpha is representative for each of those individual families, all alphas get together and let's have like a Congress
or a council.
I represent the family of so and so, and have everybody get together and have the heads of all the families agree. Mm-hmm. So I mean, you might actually have the basis of a government.
Absolutely, but again, here's the problem that you're going to have with that is that starting out, assuming again, say it was your family and my family, you have a vote, I have a vote, and then we find a third. Whatever we're going to, for the most part, agree. Mm-hmm. We're going to outvote the third one. Then you bring in a fourth family, and what happens if the fourth family and third family, their alphas are aligned as you were, and then you and I are still aligned. Now it's a 2v2 and we don't get anywhere.
Right.
So it's kind of, again, it's a balance. You have to figure out.
Yeah, but again, the 2v2 thing, I mean, you've got, okay, now we're both at an impasse, and you have to come to some sort of middle ground.
Rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock. That's how you handle that shit.
Well, however you handle it, there has to be some way of handling it. But then again, you're still going to have half that are, against the final outcome because they wanted A, and then we're saying C. We agreed on B.
Mm-hmm. And again, I think you have to be selective, personality-wise, of who, unfortunately, you let into your clan or into your society, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to let some Rogan.
Yeah. So you just have to be careful and see what you have to outweigh. Okay, what drama are they going to cause already versus what do they bring to the table? Mm-hmm. You don't want somebody who's not going to bring anything and add to society, because now we're talking about thriving.
Right. No, and that would impede everything.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I mean, it's not going to be able to say, hey, we're here now. We show up and we're now part of your group.
Yeah. What do you bring to the table?
Exactly. They have to have something that they bring with them.
What skills can you bring? What do you.
Which, I mean, you'd also use, now that also cause, infighting, I guess, because you would have, the guy's a doctor. This guy's a doctor. Now, just because you don't like him, but I can see the big picture. This guy brings a lot to the table, but you don't like him. So now there's animosity between me and you now because we're voting for him to come in. You're voting against him to come in.
And again, I think the problem is we live in a very judgmental and petty society as it is. I think if you break down the norms, your pettiness is going to come down over time. I think when you're basically looking at, hey, we have food, we have shelter, we have a little compound, we're safe, we have no medical. Mm-hmm. I think even if I don't like the guy...
No, I'm saying if.
I'm saying, but that's where I think big picture survival situation, your prejudices against people, whether it's, I just don't like him, or you have other, prejudicial issues, I think those kind of are going to maybe not immediately go away, but I think they're going to come down a couple of notches, and most people will be able to see the bigger picture. Be like, hey, I don't like him. He can stay the fuck away from me, but we need a goddamn doctor.
Correct.
So
I'm not saying, but is be able to look past that. Though.
Yeah.
It's not them, just doing that, but be able to get to that point.
Get to that point. But then again, I mean, we've known each other going on 10 years now, and in that situation, I think you'd be able to smack me upside the head and say,
well, sure.
Hey, fucker, he's a goddamn doctor.
Yeah.
I've got this ingrown toenail that's been killing me for a month now.
Right. No, and I don't think it would be something, like that, or something that petty, but but that possibility is there.
Yeah.
Now, let's say you and I both agree on him, he comes in, now you get the fourth guy. You and I agree on him, he doesn't agree. So we outvote him. Yeah. Now there's animosity towards us because we voted him in, he doesn't want him.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
And there's no right answer.
No, there really isn't. I said it's a very delicate balance. It's
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty much the basis for government actually coming to be with checks and balances and representatives and everything else. But I think for the most part, I said a socialistic approach is actually probably the best one for a small scale group. Now, establishing government is the last thing I thought that we would talk about.
I know.
The whole survival thing.
Kind of went weird.
No, I was thinking more of the basal, creating power, finding food, and everything else. Now we're talking about the establishment of government and everything else. But
I'm going to bring it back, since we are a geek cast. What is your favorite post-apocalyptic, and it can be the Z word if you so choose, movie or TV show?
My favorite apocalyptic TV show. God, it almost seems like a cop-out answer, but I got to go with Walking Dead.
Even since we talked about it so much?
No, I think just because, it's been going for so long, and all the characters have been established so well. Also like an emotional attachment to each character. Okay,
so less from an entertainment standpoint, Because I agree. I haven't watched it as much as you did. I think I went through like the first, 4 or 5 seasons and just kind of didn't watch it for very much after that. But it's a good story. You get involved with the characters, but does it really show them thriving in a post-apocalyptic era? And again, I only went to about 4 or 5.
I think you're seeing more of the establishment of the survival part.
Okay.
I mean, they're still finding their way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for our entrance into the story, it was pretty much Rick Grimes waking up from a coma and then being flung right in the middle of this.
Yes.
Which is kind of like we started out this podcast was, okay, you wake up and then you come out of the shelter and then there you are. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, you don't really see what happened. Which I think is kind of where Fear the Walking Dead kind of picked up.
That's where it's supposed to pick up. I didn't watch that one either.
I actually hate it.
Really?
Yeah,
I haven't gotten into it.
Because there was still infrastructure, still
Yeah.
communication, everything else. And I think that's what I had a problem with, is that it was kind of like pre-apocalyptic, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, and that's where it was, from my understanding, was Fear the Walking Dead was supposed to start from D-Day, if you want to call it.
But it didn't actually show what happened. It showed the start or the effect of what happened.
Okay.
From when it started affecting on.
Okay.
Didn't show the cause of. But yeah, I'm sure they're working up to. But as far as entertainment-wise?
No, okay, so from what I was understanding, you like Walking Dead from the entertainment standpoint.
No.
From it's a good story.
From the emotional investment in it because of it was going so long.
What, as far as a movie that is a post-apocalyptic movie that shows somebody surviving and thriving from the topic of this.
She's surviving and thriving.
Yeah. What movie, in your opinion, shows somebody thriving or surviving and or thriving and doing a good job about it? Not, is it still The Walking Dead or is it something else?
I would, God, it sounds like a cop out again, but I'd say yeah, because they're making the best of what they have.
Okay.
There wasn't a whole lot of missed opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
And there was infighting, there was discussion, there was, what can they bring to the table before they allowed them in. Mm-hmm. So I think The Walking Dead has done the best job of showing people thriving to the best of their abilities.
And also showing that societal aspect of things, how people get along, what happens when, and again, this is a apocalyptic Z situation where, hey.
Did you say the Z word?
I said Z.
No, but you meant Z word.
Yes, I meant Z word. I didn't say it.
It's just as bad.
But again, this is kind of a different situation where, because it shows the aspect of, towards the beginning, again, I only went maybe 4 or 5 seasons in, but somebody's loved one gets bitten and then you have to put them down.
Right.
So there's some serious societal issues.
Right.
Hate and discontent because, hey, my kid got bit and you put a bullet in my kid's head. Like, I'm like, I love you to death, but goddamn, that would be.
Yeah. No, I mean, just for the emotional investment you have in the show. I mean, because someone gets bit, you're like, oh my God, no. Yeah, it's not like, oh, that happened.
Yeah.
I mean, you actually feel something when that happens. So I think just from that standpoint now, have they done a lesser job of actually establishing each character? Actually, you get to know each character. It might not be the point. But the fact that they actually were able to establish, this is a person just like you.
Yeah.
This is what they're going through. And then actually have, their family, their loved ones, their friends, and actually be able to see something happen to them. Yeah, I think as far as telling the story, they've done a better job with that.
Yeah.
I mean, dropping The Walking Dead, I mean, that's... Like I said, that's a cop-out answer, but that's the best I got.
I Am Legend with Will Smith. Now, that's not a Z movie.
No.
On its face value, it is, but I think they're more actually vampires.
And that's way down the road, too.
Correct. And that's I'm one of very few people, but looking at, and again, the premise of it is a little bit different. Again, we weren't specific on what the scenario was, but it was him.
But that was you. You said don't have it.
Okay, whatever. Shut up. You either go general or you go very specific, and it's.
And you were against specific.
I was against specific, but it's him by himself and his dog. But looking at the scene where he's out and about, he's got the truck that's loaded up with the gear. He's got a map of the area. He's got the house that he's barricaded up. He's got generators. He's got food. He's watching old movies. He's got his route where he's going to look for supplies.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the mannequin set up in the video store, so he has a rotation of movies, so he's not getting bored. He's falsifying. He understands the psychology of being alone. I mean, he was a doctor or whatever the hell he was. So he's making a situation where he's not basically losing his mind.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that shows a really good...
Well, he's thriving.
He's thriving. It shows a very good situation where the world is completely empty as far as he knows.
Mm-hmm.
And he's basically hoping on a prayer that there's somebody else alive, but he has a routine and he is thriving by himself in a post-apocalyptic situation.
That's a very good point.
So,
now, what's your favorite movie just based purely on entertainment or TV show?
I like World War Z.
I didn't really care for that one that much.
It's probably one of the crappier ones, and I think that's why. I think the zombies... Oh, I said the word. God damn it.
Well, I'm going to say it in a minute anyway. So
okay. I think World War Z... It's not a terrible movie. I think the movement of the zombies itself is way over the top.
They were way too fast, way too athletic, and way too organized.
Yeah. And again, it's like you have... There's so many different... Because it's not... Shaun of the Dead, what's it? Dawn of the Dead, right?
Mm-hmm.
That one was on, and there's a couple in there that are like this one fat lady just jumps out of the bed and just starts chasing them. And I'm like, that bitch hasn't ran like that in 50 years. She's,
right.
So, but most of the zombies were very... No, I'm going to change my answer. Zombieland.
Damn it.
Fuck! I totally forgot about Zombieland.
Damn it, that was mine.
I do like World War Z.
That was mine.
Only from the whole aspect of, again, the zombies are way, like you said. Oh, now he's doing it on purpose.
Damn it, that was mine.
Yeah. So, but yeah, in World War Z, they're way too fast. They're way too organized. Like them in Israel when they do that
off the wall.
Yeah, I'm like, really? That's way over the top.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, entertainment. I'm going to have to see Zombieland. It's funny. It's fucking hilarious. When the kid shoots Bill Murray, I was like, that's fucking awesome. The Twinkie thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. I don't know why I didn't think of that the first one, because I watch that every time it's on.
Yeah, I do too. In fact, recently I just bought it too. I had to buy it. Damn it, that was mine.
You can have it too.
No. All right, fine. Now I'll go with Shaun of the Dead.
Okay. I don't know why I didn't think of Shaun of the Dead too, because that's hilarious too.
And next time we go to a con, we are going to cosplay Shaun and Ed.
Yep.
Shaun and Ed.
Yep.
Because I found I got a t-shirt for you. I've got my Shaun name tag from work. I've got...
I'm fat like him, so...
I know, it works out perfect.
It does.
But, say just for entertainment value... I was say Zombieland, but now I'm going to go with Shaun of the Dead.
All right. Just so you can be different.
Yeah, because, I want to say I agree, and then we move on.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I love the...
And Shaun of the Dead, it goes back to the whole thriving thing. Because it's post-apocalyptic, but then in the end, he's playing video games with Zombie Ed. Yeah. So
can't let his friend go.
No. So, I mean, he still maintained normalcy.
Yep. Although I think in that way, it just kind of the apocalypse died out is the way it really.
It still happened.
It still happened. Whereas Zombieland, it's like, okay,
that's how it is.
That's how it is. That's life. And they killed Bill Murray, and they drive off together, and who knows what happens.
Yeah, but would you really want to survive in a world without Bill Murray, though?
No, I couldn't do it. I love you, Bill. So.
Okay, well, I think we pretty much...
we killed that topic.
We didn't kill it, but we definitely...
We beat it up like it would be money.
I'd say we embraced that topic.
We embraced it? All right, top 10s.
Okay, top 10. Now, this is your top 10, so take
This
it.
is my top 10. So we are doing top 10 sexiest female characters.
Female? You didn't say female.
Oh, did you went dirty on it?
What? Okay, so what's the criteria?
Criteria is
Well, not the criteria, but the what is a top 10? What does it consist of?
basically, well, it's 10 of.
I got that.
Did you do movies, TV shows? Did you just do movies?
It's all movies.
Okay, I did all movies too.
Okay, because what you told me was come up with a character, the movie they're in, and the actress that portrayed it.
Yes. So, yes, we are on the same page. That's what it is.
Okay.
The character's name,
Uh-huh.
what movie they were in, and then the actual actress's name. So all
Gotcha.
movies, top 10 sexiest. Go.
Number 10, I have Sue Storm, Fantastic Four, portrayed by Jessica Alba.
Oh, I'll give you that one all day long.
Yeah, I mean, she's invisible, but you can picture it. Okay, what you got?
Number 10,
Number 10.
Jessica Rabbit from Roger Rabbit.
Oh, and I went weird. Okay.
It's like, it's got to be the most, like, at least, early VHS days that when she's doing the whole cha-cha dance. I mean, come on.
Jessica.
We said characters. We didn't say they had to be real or human, for that matter. I could have gone weird. I could have gone Ariel from Little Mermaid, dude. She didn't make top 10.
Really?
Yes, she did not.
She's number 11?
No, she's not. Well, she might have been. Okay, number 9.
I've got Peggy Carter, Agent Carter from Captain America by Haley Atwell.
Ooh, she's got it, yeah.
For me, it's that 1940s
That,
hairstyle.
yeah, oh, yeah.
The pinup 40s hairstyle.
And the I'm a badass female British agent. That accent. Oh,
It's mostly the hairstyle that
It
does
is
it
the
for me.
hairstyle.
I just, the stockings with the line of the bag.
Yep.
And, yeah.
all right. My turn?
Yep.
Christmas Jones, The World Is Not Enough, played by Denise Richards.
I had no clue to talk about until Denise Richards.
Okay.
So I'll give you that one.
Yep.
Okay, number 8, I've got Betty Ross, Incredible Hulk by Jennifer Connelly. Jennifer Connelly, I've had a thing for her since.
Wait, is that the one that's...
And again, it's the 40s hairstyle that's for me.
Okay.
But Jennifer Connelly, I've had a thing for her since the 90s when she's in, it's called Employment Opportunities, where she's a runaway. She goes to the Target after they close, and the guy that's the town liar, his job as a janitor, and the guys rob the store and hold them hostage overnight. It's a funny movie. No, so Jennifer Connelly's kind of like been in the back by.
She's your go-to, huh?
One of, yeah. Number 8.
Black Widow, Iron Man, Scarlett Johansson.
Number 8?
Number 8. She got knocked down a little bit. I have a thing for redheads.
Holy shit.
I love Scarlett, but I had to kind of...
There's 7 ahead of that?
Yeah. Again, you made me organize them.
I know, but you're wrong.
I know.
Holy
it could have gone up higher. I could have changed
oh my
somehow.
God.
So
8?
Yeah, she's number 8.
Shit.
All right, who you got 7?
I don't know. I am floored now. Number 7, I have The Scarlet Witch, Age of Ultron, by Elizabeth Olsen.
Not bad.
No, she was dead sexy. Now, she's also the younger sister of the Olsen twins.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, in comparison, from classy. From Full House until now they're, drug and alcohol fueled anorexia. I mean, there's a double dumpster fire.
Double dumpster fire.
Yeah, the Olsen twins are just garbage, but somehow they pulled out with Elizabeth. But no, but Scarlet Witch was, she definitely made the, aside from, Black Widow, I mean, Scarlet Witch definitely took the show, or stole the show.
All right. Laura Croft in Tomb Raider, Angelina Jolie.
I gotta disagree with that.
No? It was either that or Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Like, I could have gone either way.
Angelina Jolie.
Really?
No, she just
doesn't do it for you, huh?
No, she just looks like she smells bad. I don't know.
That smells bad.
That does smell bad.
6.
I have Angel Dust from Deadpool, played by Gina Carano. She was like the bad guys, the one with the match.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, she's just built like a brick shithouse.
Yeah. She's an MMA fighter.
Yeah, she's also that, yeah.
Yeah, she was a little bit too Remember China from WWF or WWE, the female? She was just a little bit too built out for me.
She was a little too masculine, but she had a masculine voice too.
Yeah.
Gina Carano, she's still feminine enough.
She is. Let's see. What are number 6? Harley Quinn, Suicide Squad. Margot. Is it Margot? Yeah, Margot Robbie.
I was gonna go with that, but she actually got bumped off my list. But no, I'm down with that.
That little punk thing she's got going on. I love that character.
And if I had put her on my list, she'd be about the same spot too.
Yeah. So I mean, I remember going to Comic-Con, seeing all the Harley Quinns and the hotness, the little schoolgirl skirts. Mm-hmm. That character it's got hot all over it.
Yeah, but the old school Harley Quinn with the jester uniform or jester costume was definitely sexier than the Suicide Squad one.
Yes, and I've seen a couple that are more like schoolgirl skirts, which are always hot. I don't care who you are. So,
okay, number 5, I've got Batgirl, Batman and Robin, Alicia
Silverstone. Are you kidding me?
Hell no.
That was one of the worst Batman movies ever.
The movie sucked ass. But
yes.
Alicia Silverstone
with the hard
Alicia Silverstone, she can do no wrong.
She probably would have made my 11.
Number 11.
She would have made my Alicia Silverstone as a whole.
She would have bumped out to Ariel.
Yeah, she would have probably bumped out Ariel, but it would have been as Clueless, whatever her character was in Clueless.
Clueless. I also liked The Crush. Yeah, where she was in love with the guy that rented the room above the garage, and she was stalking him and all that.
I don't think I ever saw The Crush.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Let's see.
Number 5.
Number 5, Celine from Underworld, Kate Beckinsale.
Really?
Oh, leather and that whole vampire thing. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Number 4, I got Wichita from Zombieland by Emma Stone.
Yes, Emma Stone did not actually make my list, but she would have been top 15 easy. Because Emma Stone is a cold stone fox.
Yeah, I've been in love with her since Superbad.
Yes. Let's see. My number 4 is Alice from Resident Evil, Mila Jovovich.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. So number 3? Are we on 3?
Yep.
Okay, I've got the Baroness from Rise of Cobra, Sienna Miller.
That's not bad.
Bad.
Do you like her better as the blonde she started, or the black hair?
The black hair with the glasses.
With the glasses and the leather. I like the blonde a little better.
The glasses did it for me, though, I think. The glasses, and then the letters too with the Cobra emblem.
Yeah. Number 3, Janet, End of Watch, Anna Kendrick.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you that one too.
She was also in Pitch Perfect.
No, she's hot.
She's fucking hot. Good.
Okay, number 2, because I got it.
Uh-oh.
Princess Leia, Return of the Jedi. Carrie Fisher.
I thought about putting that on. I was like, that was too easy. But
I thought so too, but I had to.
I figured she would have been number 1 for you.
Now she's number 2.
All right. My number 2 is Michaela, Transformers, Megan Fox.
Yeah, actually, Emma Stone bumped out Megan Fox.
Oh, see, now Megan Fox bumped out Emma Stone.
Megan Fox is number 11.
Okay. And you're number 1.
Number 1. Black Widow, The Avengers, Scarlett Johansson.
Number 1 on it?
Yeah, she's number 1.
Wow. Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
But you had her number 8.
I know, I did. Like I said, I could have probably 3 through about 9. I could have. Jessica Rabbit was number 10. I threw that in there as funny. 3 through 9 could have gone in any order. 1 and 2 are my 1 and 2s. And then, like I said, Jessica Rabbit was number 10.
Anna Kendrick. I didn't think about her.
Yeah.
No, that's a good one.
That's a good one. Number 1 for me, Abigail Whistler, Blade Trinity, Jessica Biel. She's my go-to.
Jessica Biel.
She's my go-to, man.
I don't even like Jessica Biel.
What?
I don't.
What?
No. And the funny thing is that, I really considered actually using Jennifer Aniston as my number 1.
I don't know how she's not even on your list, dude. She's your go-to. That's your girl.
I know, but again, it was too easy.
Okay. That's why I figured Slave Leia would have been.
Yeah, I know. I did that just out of
geekiness.
I just had to. Now, Jennifer Aniston, it's kind of like when I talk about my favorite movies. Star Wars isn't my top 10 because I kind of hold in regard higher than a movie. It's more of an experience. So my favorite movie actually isn't even Star Wars because that's something on a whole different level. So there's Star Wars, then there's the top 10. It's in this mega level here.
This mega level, that's where Jennifer Aniston is for you?
Jennifer Aniston and Star Wars are right at my top of everything.
So Jennifer Aniston as Slave Leia? Game over?
Oh, yeah. I would die happy man. In fact, I think I saw her in a costume like that once.
What?
There was I think it was a fantasy episode of Friends.
Oh, we might have to go back and research this.
I don't know.
I'll blow it up in human size and
I think I saw
make a pillow out of it.
Well, because you said we had to do the photos for each one.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I saw a Jennifer Aniston as Slave Leia, but I could be wrong. But if I did, it was just too much for my mind to even comprehend, so I didn't even look at it. But
good top 10.
That was good. Jessica Rabbit threw me off, and so does Black Widow is number 8. That blew me away.
I'm a Jessica Biel man.
I know, especially for your penchant for redheads too.
I know. I don't know what it is with her. I have a thing for redheads. I will admit, but
well, I mean, at least you had her above or ahead of Jessica Rabbit.
Jessica Rabbit's a redhead. What the fuck do you want?
I know, but if you had Black Widow and then Jessica Rabbit,
was it weirder for Jessica Rabbit, or if I would have gone Little Mermaid?
It's both cartoons. It's equally weird.
Doesn't matter. Roger Rabbit is like at least semi, I don't want to say mature, but it's semi-adult. It's got adult humor in it. Where Little Mermaid is a Disney.
It's a cartoon and it's weird.
Don't fucking judge me.
It's like on Wayne's World. When you're finding Bugs Bunny attractive when you dress like a...
I did. No. No. Yeah, me neither. I was just asking.
I'm sure you did.
No, I did.
You did.
I did.
Oh, God.
I think we should end it there.
That took an odd turn. No, I agree. That's a good place to end it. Well, I'm Sean.
I'm Chris.
And we're signing off. Hey, guys. If you like what you hear, please leave us a review on iTunes. And you can also message us on Twitter at GeeksTalkBack or email us at geekstalkback@gmail.com. Just to say hi, or if you have a topic you'd like us to discuss. And by the way, the Top Gun at 30 prize is still up for grabs, so be sure to listen to episode 11 for the trivia question, and the answer to which is in episode 10. And lastly, if any of you are going to be in the Reno, Nevada area on December 3rd and 4th, be sure and check out the Great Basin Geeks Con 2016. Chris and I will have a booth there, and we'll be giving away some raffle prizes as well as recording an episode live on location. And if not us, stop by and check out the con. It's just a celebration of geek fandoms in the Northern Nevada area. And we know you have choices when it comes to podcasts, and on behalf of Chris and I, we just want to thank you for flying the Geeks Talk Back.
Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads. My calculations are correct. When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.